Wisconsin today, President Biden addressed yesterday's deadly high school shooting in Georgia, calling for more parental responsibility.
How could you have an assault rifle, a weapon in a house, not locked up, and knowing your kid knows where it is?
4 people were killed. The 14-year-old suspect is in custody. America's listening to Fox News.
Hey guys, Donald Trump Jr. here. Let me ask you this. Does inflation feel worse than what we're being told in the news? That's because the official inflation rate doesn't tell the whole story. Since January 2021, the cost of living has increased by 17.9%. You can't get that money back, but what you can do is stop your losses today. How? By diversifying your savings into a gold IRA from my friends at Birch Gold Group. When you're done, your money will be parked in a tangible asset with a proven history. To see how it works, get your free info kit on gold IRAs by texting the word SECURE to 989898. I trust Birch Gold. They provide an easy process to roll over your 401k or IRA into gold without losing your tax-advantaged status. So text SECURE to 989898. That's SECURE to the number 989898 to get your free info kit on gold IRAs from Birch Gold.
Message and data rate.
Hey everybody, this is Sarge.
And this is the Burgundy.
You're on Newswatch, late edition, on News Radio KYRO.
Stay tuned. Coming up at 18 after, we'll be back with all of East Central Missouri's news of the day on Newswatch, late edition.
Missouri Net News, I'm Anthony Morabeth. Uncertainty is how the Institute for College Access and Success would describe the past 2 years of attempts to forgive student loan debt and attempts to rule it unconstitutional. Michelle Shepard-Zampini tells Missouri Net that Congress is not able to legislate on the issue. Therefore, the president has taken matters into his own hands. She's hearing the cries from some borrowers who are demanding clarity on the issue.
Millions of people who are saying, I just need to know what my monthly budget looks like. I need to know how this payment amount fits in. I just need clarity.
Meanwhile, a federal judge in Georgia has blocked the Biden administration's latest attempt to forgive student loan debts. Missouri and 6 other states have been arguing that President Biden and the Federal Department of Education are seeking to use a federal statute to mass cancel hundreds of billions of dollars in student loan debt, and to do so this week. The Biden administration is expected to appeal. Some Missouri school districts are updating their cell phone policy. At Melville and Oakville High, Melville's communications director, Jessica Papillo, tells KMOX that cell phones cannot be used in class, but they can during lunch.
They're a distraction often throughout the school day, and we have been reviewing the research on particularly the mental health impacts of social media.
In Jefferson County, Dunklin Superintendent Clint Freeman says the district has some restrictions at Herculaneum High School, but the middle school has more. Construction continues on a larger state-of-the-art building that will be the future home of the Thompson Center for Autism and Neurodevelopment. The current center is split between 2 separate buildings in central Missouri's Columbia. Clinical psychologist Jennifer Sykes, director of the Therapeutic and Intervention Services there, says the services they offer are currently limited.
So there was definitely a lot of forethought in how many evaluations do we want going on, what are our groups and our intervention services going to look like, and what kind of space do we need to be able to offer those.
This is Missouri Net.
Have you lost Mo Health Net? At healthcare.gov, you can find a low-cost, quality health plan.
Do plans cover doctor visits?
What about emergency care?
And prescriptions?
All covered and more. Plus, with the new law, 4 out of 5 customers can find a plan for $10 or less per month with financial help. Healthcare.gov is here for you. Enroll today for coverage starting the 1st of next month. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Everyone has a community, a neighborhood, school, kids' teams, where you worship, work out, or any other place or group where you choose to belong. Communities can provide support when you need it, and even when you don't know you do. Like when it comes to preventing underage drinking and other substance use. Community members can be your eyes and ears when you're not with your kids and alert you to signs of potential problems. Learn more at talktheyhearyou.samhsa.gov.
Kansas City man is charged after prosecutors accused him of sex crimes against children, but detectives are concerned there might be additional victims. The man was charged with attempted child kidnapping, sexual misconduct, and assault. Documents show the man allegedly abused a 5-year-old child inside a residence. He is currently in custody and held without bond, according to KCTV. The Chiefs superfan known as Chiefsaholic will have to watch the 2024 season from a prison cell.
30-year-old Xavier Babadar, also known as Chiefsaholic, has been sentenced to 17 years and 6 months in federal prison without parole for bank robbery and money laundering. Babadar successfully robbed and attempted to rob 11 banks and credit unions in 2022 and used the money to buy Chiefs tickets and merchandise. One of the robberies took place in Tulsa, Oklahoma, as he traveled to Houston to watch the Chiefs play the Texans.
And the latest U.S. Drought Monitor map shows moderate drought conditions have expanded in the state of Missouri. This is Missouri Net.
People's Bank and Trust is helping you get a grip on your finances with our new mobile banking service. You can now manage your accounts, check balances, transfer funds, and pay bills all from the palm of your hand. Visit us online at pbtc.net for more information and to start using mobile banking. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
I'm Neil Cavuto, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Wall Street is on track for its worst week since April. The Dow lost 219 points. The S&P 500 fell 17. Most U.S. stocks were lower as investors worry about the health of the economy. ADP says while private employers added 99,000 names to their payrolls last month, that was the lowest monthly gain since the pandemic year of 2021. The Labor Department will release the August jobs report in the morning. July's softer-than-expected report sent stocks into a tailspin. The August numbers will also be a crucial factor for the Fed in its decision on cutting interest rates expected at its policy meeting the week after next. Verizon is buying Frontier Communications to strengthen its fiber network. Frontier has invested more than $4 billion upgrading and expanding its fiber network over the last 4 years, but shares in both fell Thursday. And that's the Fox Business Report. I'm Jack Callahan, invested in you.
Hi, I'm Ron Kraszewski, Chairman and CEO of Stifel. Financial advisors, let's face it, if you're not growing your practice, you're losing market share. Stifel is a growing, entrepreneurial, advisor-centric firm built for successful advisors like you. There's a reason why 148 financial advisors joined Stifel last year. Come join us and find out why Stifel is the firm where success meets success. Visit www.choosestifel.com.
Stifel Nicholas and Company Incorporated, member SIPC and NYSE.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're for the Missouri way of life. We're for worrying less about the what-ifs and more about the why-nots. We're for checking off your bucket list and then making a new one. For starting a family, a business, a tradition. And if you find yourself starting over, we're here for that too. We're for building a life in Missouri and then going out and living it. And when it comes to making sure everything you've built is protected, we're for you.
Call Sandy Turner at 107B North Lincoln Drive in Troy, 636-528-8443.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Dan Byer.
Ravens and Chiefs tonight, 8:20 Eastern Time. Prior to the kickoff of tonight's game, Chiefs signed tight end Noah Greats with 3-year extension worth $19.5 million. Jets head coach Robert Salas' wide receiver Mike Williams will be on a snap count to open the season. Jets have the Niners on Monday. Niners running back Christian McCaffrey was placed on the injury report, limited in practice today with calf and Achilles injuries. Steelers quarterback Russell Wilson experienced tightness in his calf, according to head coach Mike Tomlin. He was limited in practice today, while Bengals wide receiver Jamar Chase did practice for the second straight day on a limited basis. Bengals also added T. Higgins to the team's injury report. He was limited in practice. Reds blanked the Astros today 1-0. Twins over the Rays 4-3. Mariners lead the A's in the 7th 4-2. Diamondbacks and Giants tied at 2 in the 7th. In soccer, American star Alex Morgan officially announced her retirement effective Sunday after San Diego FC's home match.
It's 5:10 in East Central Missouri, and you're on the Newswatch PM edition. Traffic and weather together on the 10s starts right now.
East Central Missouri's News Radio KYRO. Depend on it.
News Radio KYRO traffic. There's a very heavy backup in towards St. Peter's along the westbound side of I-70. That begins near Mid-Rivers Mall Drive. That's very slow too and past Highway 79. and that opens up near T.R. Hughes Boulevard. And be prepared for a very heavy backup in toward Lake St. Louis on the westbound side of 64. That slows gradually prior to 364 and gets a lot heavier toward I-70. And 61 north after that is trouble-free in toward Highway 47 around toward Troy. That's the latest News Radio KYRO traffic. I'm Rick Dixon.
News Radio KYRO weather from the Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions Weather Center, online at MeyerListings.com. Clear sky in Troy. Getting down to 63 overnight tonight. Friday's high will be in the lower 80s, broken clouds likely. Temperatures in the mid-70s forecast on Saturday. Currently in Troy, it's 91. In Wentzville, it's 90 degrees. Perfect homes, commercial real estate, or farm ground? Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions, online at MeyerListings.com. I'm Erica Walters.
For residential, renovation, remodeling, fireplace services, and installation, call First Due Contracting, LLC.
Hi, this is Matt King. For all your jobs, big and small, call First Due Contracting, LLC at 636-359-6924.
If you see a down power line, Quiver River Electric reminds you to always assume the line is energized and dangerous. Avoid going near it or anything in contact with the power line. Never drive over a down power line or through water touching the power line. If you see a down power line, notify the local authorities immediately. To learn more, call us at 1-800-392-3709 or visit safeelectric.org. A safety message from Quiver River Electric Cooperative.
The very latest ag news from the Brownfield Network, brought to you this hour by the Wrecking Crew in Troy, Winfield, and Vandalia. Call 636-462-1727.
Cattle and corn were lower Thursday. Hogs finished mixed and soybeans closed higher. I'm John Perkins with a Brownfield Market Update. For decades, Stein has represented simply the best in corn genetics, offering more than 50 lines. The highest performing corn featured a broad range of traits. Stein has yield. Soybeans did close modestly higher on short covering and technical buying, rallying after the early losses. Most forecasts have some scattered rain late this week, but outlooks into mid-month are generally dry. China and unknown destinations bought new crop U.S. soybeans ahead of the open. November beans were up 2 at 10.23.5. January was 2 1/4 higher at 10.41.5. October bean meal was down $3.40 at $3.2240. October soybean oil was up 97 points at $41.69. Corn was down on profit-taking. The mostly dry late development conditions could have some impact on this year's yields. Many private estimates are just below the USDA's last guess, with the next one out on the 12th. December corn was 2 lower at 4.10 3/4. March was down 1 3/4 at 4.29 1/4. Chicago and Kansas City wheat were down. Minneapolis was up. The wheat complex was monitoring late spring wheat harvest activity and early winter wheat planting. Export demand has improved, and that could continue due to smaller than expected crops for some key export competitors. December Chicago was 6 lower at 5.74 3/4. December Kansas City was down 4 1/4 at 5.88 3/4. December Minneapolis was up 2 1/4 at 6.25 3/4. Cattle were sharply lower, watching direct business develop at lower prices. Brent Barnett has more on that in a moment. October live was down 197 at 177.25. December was 217 lower at 176.72. October feeders were down 287 at 234.57. And hogs were mostly lower, coming under cash and wholesale pressure. October was down 87 at 80.70. December was 65 lower at 72.05. Brent Barnett has that full look at cash livestock after this.
Farmers and builders, listen up. Purple Wave Auction is shaking up equipment sales. We're the no-reserve online auction powerhouse where every bid could be a win. From combines to cranes, tractors to excavators, if it has wheels or tracks, we've got it at purplewave.com. Purple Wave is your ticket to upgrade your operation. Join our nationwide buying community today and see why no reserve means maximum opportunity.
ADM Regenerations is the industry's leading program for rewarding ag producers for conservation practices on their farms. ADM makes it easy to enroll and participate. There are no long-term commitments, and we pay generously for practices like cover crops, emission scoring, no-till, and nutrient management practices. ADM appreciates all you do to protect your land and legacy, and we believe you should be rewarded for it. To learn more about your state's incentives, visit admregenerations.com.
Cattle trade picked up Thursday with some light trade reported in Kansas and Texas at $181, $1 higher than Wednesday, but $2 lower than last week's weighted average. Some scattered deals are also being reported in parts of Nebraska at $288 on a dressed basis, $2 lower than the previous week. Boxed beef closed lower with choice down 9 cents at $311.51, select down $261 at $296.78. The choice select spread was $14.73. Estimated cattle slaughter was 124,000 head. Cash hogs were mixed at the close. Barrows and gilts at the National Daily Direct were down 83 cents with a base range of $74 to $82. The Iowa Minnesota was up 12 cents with a weighted average price of $77.88. Estimated hog slaughter was 485,000 head, unchanged on the week and up more than 20,000 on the year. More livestock market information at brownfieldagnews.com. I'm Brent Barnett with Brownfield.
This is the Sean Hannity Show.
I don't think this is the plan that David Weiss originally had. As a matter of fact, it was not. There's always been an effort here. Let us be clear. They don't really care about Hunter Biden. This came out in the last 2 weeks that, we wonder if Hunter is going to be the sacrificial lamb in all this. It's not about Hunter. It's always been and continues to be about protecting Joe Biden as president.
Monday through Friday from 2 until 5 on News Radio 105.3 FM 1280 KYRO.
Get a grip on your finances with People's Bank & Trust's new mobile banking service. You can now manage your accounts, check balances, transfer funds, and pay bills with ease and all from the palm of your hand. Activate your phone today by visiting us online at pbtc.net. People's Bank & Trust. Hometown banking the way it should be. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you tired of the same old, boring Saturday night routine? Well, boy, do we have a deal for you. This Saturday night, we're bringing you the biggest, the baddest, and the hottest ticket in town, World League Wrestling. We've got body slams, we've got high-flying action, and we've got more chaos than you could shake a steel chair at. Get your tickets now, because once they're gone, they're G-O-N-E gone. Wait, there's more. This Saturday, get here early because the summer send-off tailgating party is taking place from 3 to 5 p.m. and is free. That's right, we said free. This Saturday night, the action starts at 7 p.m. at the Harley Race Wrestling Arena in Troy. Tickets and information are available at harleyrace.com. Don't you dare miss out.
Well, good afternoon, East Central Missouri. Currently, it's 5:18. Coming up, we have a special guest in studio from the city of Winfield. We'll look forward to that. Right now, Sarge, it's still a little warm on the outside.
It is. It's 90 degrees out there, and it's warm. It's warm. Drink water.
Drink water. Drink lots of water. Also, the brush fire danger will be elevated coming up over the next couple of weeks. We don't have rain in the forecast for the next week.
Yeah.
So things are getting pretty browned up out there. So be aware of that, and let's try not to burn the county down. How about that?
Right.
All right. Let's see what else we have going on. Okay, the big news nationally, Hunter Biden changes his plea from not guilty to guilty on 9 counts.
All 9. Mm-hmm.
And sentencing is scheduled for December 16th. Okay, so here's how this is playing out. I'm just going to go ahead and call it right now. Joe Biden is going to pardon him, and they want to get the case consummated prior to the January 20th.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because and here's the thing, and this may shock you. Joe Biden's going to pardon him, and I'll be honest with you, I'm good with it. And here's why I say I'm good with it. He has nothing to lose. I would not let my kid go to prison, and at this point, who cares?
Depending on what that person has done, I would agree with you.
Yeah.
But I did see today that the press secretary for the White House said that Biden is still saying no. So, yeah. But I think that's going to change.
Yeah, right.
I think that's going to change.
Okay, football kicks off tonight. We've got the Kansas City Chiefs pregame coming up at 6 o'clock. big excitement. Right now, let's get a check of traffic.
News Radio KYRO traffic. There's a very heavy backup in towards St. Peter's along the westbound side of I-70. That begins near Mid-Rivers Mall Drive. That's very slow to and past Highway 79, and that opens up near T.R. Hughes Boulevard. And be prepared for a very heavy backup in toward Lake St. Louis on the westbound side of 64. That slows gradually prior to 364 and gets a lot heavier toward I-70. And 61 north after that is trouble-free in toward Highway 47 around toward Troy. That's the latest News Radio KYRO traffic. I'm Rick Dixon.
News Radio KYRO weather from the Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions Weather Center, online at MeyerListings.com. Clear sky in Troy. Getting down to 63 overnight tonight. Friday's high will be in the lower 80s, broken clouds likely. Temperatures in the mid-70s forecast on Saturday. Currently in Troy it's 91. In Wentzville it's 90 degrees. Perfect homes, commercial real estate or farm ground, Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions, online at MeyerListings.com. I'm Erica Walters.
Are you tired of the same old, boring Saturday night routine? Well, boy, do we have a deal for you. This Saturday night, we're bringing you the biggest, the baddest, and the hottest ticket in town, World League Wrestling. We've got body slams, we've got high-flying action, and we've got more chaos than you could shake a steel chair at. Get your tickets now, because once they're gone, they're G-O-N-E gone. Wait, there's more. This Saturday, get here early because the summer send-off tailgating party is taking place from 3 to 5 p.m. and is free. That's right, we said free. This Saturday night, the action starts at 7 p.m. at the Harley Race Wrestling Arena in Troy. Tickets and information are available at harleyrace.com. Don't you dare miss out.
Hello there, world. It's Dodd from Morning Java. I have a business, and I would not have anyone else insure my business other than Safe Harbor Insurance in Winfield. No matter what type of insurance it is you need for your business, Dave and Holly can help you to get exactly the coverage you need for your most important investment, your business. They're right here in Winfield. They're brokers, so they have tons of companies that they can pick from to get you the best coverage for whatever you need. 636-668-6296.
And welcome in, everybody. It is News Watch Late Edition. Nicole Hansen is with us. She is a city alderman and the board president with the city of Winfield. And we have some excitement brewing in the studio as we're preparing for a big event coming up in December. Nicole, why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, thanks for having me, first off. We have the annual Light Up Winfield event coming. It is December, 7th?
Mm-hmm.
December 7th from 3 to 7. Traditionally, it's more in the evening hours because it's the annual lighting of the Christmas tree.
Mm-hmm.
We bumped it up, though, because we allow our local vendors to come in. We want people to be able to see them selling their stuff during the daylight.
Sure, yeah.
So we bumped it up closer,
So when are we going to have the airing of the grievances and... Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking about Festivus. This is lighting of the Christmas tree. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, so we're lighting the Christmas tree. We've actually been very blessed this year. I have a company. He doesn't want the recognition, so we'll just say that we're thankful to this company. He's actually going to give us all new ornaments for our Christmas tree.
Look at that.
Cool.
We're getting a new tree topper, lights, the whole shazam for it. So what we have now is pretty old. It needs to be updated. So we're extremely blessed for that. That's pretty cool.
Very cool.
So yeah, it's going to be pretty cool though. Santa comes, he gives gifts.
Wait a minute. You're telling me Santa's going to be there?
Santa is going to be there.
What?
Yeah, it's a for sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. Santa will be in Winfield.
Yep.
Now, will that be his first appearance in Winfield, or is that when the commencement of the celebration?
Yes. Yeah.
This is big.
This is really big.
Sarge, we're going to have to do something for that.
Absolutely.
I think we're going to dress you up like a Christmas tree.
I don't know about all that now.
Well, you got to do what you got to do. You got to take one for the team.
We have the costume for it too.
Oh, of course she does.
So yeah.
Look at you go.
Yeah.
That's
In
amazing.
the meantime, we can broadcast from there.
Well, that's going to happen. That's going to happen anyway. But I just think it would be. I think it would be a kind of a big deal.
It'll be a first, a Christmas tree talking on the radio.
Yeah. I like it. So that's going to be, I'm assuming, in the parking lot up at the mall or the
Market on Main.
Market on Main. Yep. Okay. Right, downtown.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yep.
So it's going to be downtown. That's cool. We need
It
to.
is.
I think the more stuff we do downtown, the better.
Mhm.
I mean, because the potential down there is amazing.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's something that it's nice to see some buildings getting fixed up and some tuck pointing being done.
Yeah.
Because who was it brought in I was down at the coffee shop, and somebody brought in some pictures, and he's got some hanging up in there.
Mm-hmm.
But brought in some pictures of what those buildings look like back at the beginning of the the 20th century. And it was truly amazing. So some of them still have very strong characteristics for what they had before, and just the architectural value down there is amazing. Winfield, I guess that downtown area, probably late 1800s, early 1900s, really started to spring up. And when you look back in the history of the town, it's just amazing what we used to have here. I mean, we had a couple of hotels. We had livery stables. We had huge grain operations, an elevator, and, of course, the railroad came through, and that just changed everything. So, but no, that's exciting. So with that event, I know we have a lot of local business owners that listen to the radio station. What is their opportunity to get involved?
Well, we're going to start going. I'm going to get a committee together probably here within the next couple weeks. A lot of us go business to business, talking to them individually.
I hope he's okay. I don't know if the people on the air heard that, but we just had a massive conflagration in there.
He said he's okay. We're good.
Evan's in the other room, and he needed to do some shopping and for supplies for the station. So
well, hopefully they made it through that.
Yeah, hopefully they did.
Oh.
Did anything break? Okay, nothing. Nothing broke. All right.
Nothing broke.
Sorry, back to business. Okay,
Yeah.
so you guys are going to form a committee, and I'm going to volunteer Sarge to be a part of that committee.
That's wonderful.
You're gonna wear the
I just
Christmas tree
volunteer.
then too, or?
Huh? No, he was in the
I'm
army.
man of all kinds of different hats here at the radio station.
Right.
I can be man of all hats out there too.
Yeah, well,
why not? Right?
Today you went to the big meeting, and you ate. Did you eat?
Yes,
You did?
For sure.
What was on the menu today?
A lemon pepper chicken, and they had some rice pilaf and some mixed vegetables, and it was good.
And
it was
you,
real
Very
good.
good.
Yeah, it was good. And tell us about the organization. You got to talk into the microphone.
Sorry.
There you go. Tell us about the organization that you guys both were at today, and I missed because I was on assignment elsewhere. The Eastern
Community Partners
yeah.
of Eastern Lincoln County.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, no, that's a fantastic organization. I've been to several of their meetings
for sure,
and they really do a nice job of promoting the eastern portion of the county.
And we had state representatives there as well. Chad Perkins was there, Doyle Justice was there, and then we also had representatives from Senator Hawley's office, Senator Schmidt, and Congressman Sam Graves as well.
Yeah.
So it was very, very interesting.
So was Sam there?
No, he wasn't actually there. He had a representative, a field representative that was
see.
there. Yeah.
It'd been nice to see. I mean, a few things to talk to Sam about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just generalized things, and our quest to be the all-knowing, omnipotent ruler of the Western Hemisphere. I think Sam is a first step on that. Now, is he unopposed? No, he's got somebody running against him.
I think he's
Surely
running
he
against
does.
someone. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think Perkins has anybody running against him.
I think he's one of the ones that's a sole runner.
Yeah. But boy, that's a heck of a good election when you don't have anybody to run against.
Well, it kind of says something for the other side too, doesn't it?
Yeah. So Nicole, hang with us. We're going to take a commercial break up here in just a second. We need to get an updated traffic and weather, find out how that's all going, and then we're going to come back and talk about the State of the Union in good old Winfield, Missouri. Find out what's going on, and We'll give you that information. Don't forget, coming up at 6 o'clock, when the clock strikes 6, the NFL season will be officially underway because at 7:20 we have kickoff tonight.
That's right.
As the Kansas City Chiefs will take on the Baltimore Ravens. Should be a good game.
Let's go
Chiefs. Well, I was looking for some commentary on the game. Not listening.
It's going to be a good game. It's going to be a close game.
Not listening to you bloviate about the Chiefs. So we'll be back.
News Radio KYRO traffic. There's a very heavy backup in towards St. Peter's along the westbound side of I-70 that begins near Mid-Rivers Mall Drive. That's very slow to and past Highway 79, and that opens up near T.R. Hughes Boulevard. And be prepared for a very heavy backup in toward Lake St. Louis on the westbound side of 64. That slows gradually prior to 364 and gets a lot heavier toward I-70. And 61 north after that is trouble-free in toward Highway 47 around toward Troy. That's the latest News Radio KYRO traffic. I'm Rick Dixon.
News Radio KYRO weather from the Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions Weather Center, online at MeyerListings.com. Clear sky in Troy. Getting down to 63 overnight tonight. Friday's high will be in the lower 80s, broken clouds likely. Temperatures in the mid-70s forecast on Saturday. Currently in Troy it's 91. In Warrenton it's 87 degrees. Perfect homes, commercial real estate or farm ground? Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions, online at MeyerListings.com. I'm Erica Walters.
Fox News, I'm John Saucier. The White House urging Israel and Hamas to resume ceasefire and hostage release talks after the execution of 6 Israelis by Hamas in a tunnel under Gaza. White House National Security Communications Advisor John Kirby.
As tragic as that was, and it certainly was tragic, that the ceasefire negotiations can and should continue.
Among those killed, a 23-year-old Israeli-American Hirsch Goldberg-Pullen, and several other Americans are believed to be held in Gaza. Some Pennsylvanians are concerned over the future of fracking in their state under a potential Harris administration. Pennsylvania Congressman Dan Muser on Fox Business says,
I had one constituent yesterday say to me, well, was Vice President Harris, if you will, fracking lying then, or is she fracking lying now?
The United States actually hit a record for domestic crude oil production earlier this year, surpassing a previous high set during the Trump administration back in 2019. America is listening to Fox News.
Hey guys, Donald Trump Jr. here. Let me ask you this. Does inflation feel worse than what we're being told in the news? That's because the official inflation rate doesn't tell the whole story. Since January 2021, the cost of living has increased by 17.9%. You can't get that money back, but what you can do is stop your losses today. How? By diversifying your savings into a gold IRA from my friends at Birch Gold Group. When you're done, your money will be parked in a tangible asset with a proven history. To see how it works, get your free info kit on gold IRAs by texting the word SECURE to 989898. I trust Birch Gold. They provide an easy process to roll over your 401k or IRA into gold without losing your tax advantaged status. So text SECURE to 989898. That's SECURE to the number 989898 to get your free info kit on gold IRAs from Birch Gold.
Message and data rates may apply.
Old Monroe Lumber Company has the really big tools you need to get the job done right. Not only in the retail store, but in the rental area too. Bobcats, excavators, dingoes, and lift equipment, including a 65-foot boom lift, scissor lifts, and more. Need something a little smaller? Old Monroe Lumber Company rents saws, log splitters, jackhammers, water pumps, and dump trailers. Just about anything you need delivered to your job site. Take a look online at omlumber.com.
And welcome back, everybody. 33 minutes after the hour of 5 o'clock. And don't forget, coming up in about a half hour from now, we'll be talking Kansas City Chiefs football. It's a pregame show. We'll get underway. 7:20 kickoff tonight as it's opening night in the NFL. We'll have high school football, a doubleheader for you on Friday night as Troy travels over to O'Fallon, Illinois for Game 2 of the season. And Winfield will be on the road at Wright City. And you can hear both of those games Friday night right here. Now, Saturday, we have Michigan versus Texas. That game will be on the air about 10:30. And after that, we have Mizzou football. Pregame, I believe, at 4 and kickoff at 6 as the Tigers will be taking on Buffalo.
Buffalo.
The Buffalo Bulls.
Buffalo Bulls.
Not the Bills.
Not the Bills, but the Bulls.
Right. So all that coming up. And then we'll have Sunday night primetime NFL and Monday Night Football, obviously. So plenty of sport games on the way.
That's right.
Yeah, I was advised today to call them sport games.
Sport games, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, I'm excited. Obviously, my Bears will be kicking the season off on Sunday at noon. I'm looking forward to that.
And who do they play? Put him on the spot, folks.
Tennessee.
Tennessee?
I think.
Tennessee Titans?
I don't know. It doesn't matter. We're going to win anyway.
I like the optimism.
Bring them all on. Nicole Hansen has joined us this afternoon from the city of Winfield. She is Ward which?
2.
Ward 2 alderman, the board president, and we have a lot going on in the Old Town. There's a lot of construction going on. There's a lot of possibilities of new things to come here for Winfield, and that's all exciting. Kind of give us, if you will, kind of a capsulized State of the Union. What's going on here in town?
Not really too much right now. We do have a couple lots that are up that I've noticed, a couple more commercial lots that are up for sale and stuff. So we're reaching out to see about some businesses, seeing if anybody wants to come out here. I know a big one that we're talking about is a laundromat.
That'd be good.
Yeah,
That'd
I
be
think a
real good.
laundromat would go over perfect out here.
You know, when you're getting more and more rental properties, which we are, that's one thing that is really booming right now. Not just in the city, but just outside of the city. That would be huge.
Yeah, and we don't. I mean, the closest one is. I mean, you could either go to O'Fallon or to Troy. You know, it's nobody. Sometimes people just don't want to go that far. You know, it might be on their way to work or whatever. But to have one local would be phenomenal. Especially with all these guys that are about to be coming in town for work.
Well, you got to think too. You're gonna with the lock and dam construction getting ready to get underway. You're gonna have about 700 extra people.
Exactly.
And they're all going to need those types of facilities. I know there's a couple of RV parks that are popping up and things like that in anticipation. But that project is supposed to take somewhere like 5 to 7 years.
Oh wow!
So I mean, you're going to have people buy houses and move here for the duration of that. So. I think that's exciting. There's a lot of economic development projects going on in and around town. So what else you got?
There are. I mean, as far as the businesses and stuff like that, that's really all on that side. We still have a couple internal changes going on at the city. A big thing that I know the community is excited about is we're about to do like online bill pay, automatic bill pay, because right now it's still old school. It's, checks come in, pay. You can do online, but then you're charged a fee, So we're about to switch to automatic, which is very exciting for a lot of people. So that's really it. The huge thing we're working on right now, like we've been talking about, is the Light Up Winfield. So we're going to be working a lot on that here lately.
It's amazing how many people do utilize ACH and online bill paying and things like that. Sometimes I'm old school because I'm old.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to agree with me,
just smile and nod kind of thing.
Oh my gosh. I get old jokes all day. I get on the radio and I still get them. No, but
you walked into that one though,
I did.
So.
I put it on the tee for you.
Yeah.
But no, what I'm saying is, I get a little nervous sometimes because we don't have a full mailbox like we used to. And I talked to our bookkeeper and she's like, John, wake up, dude. The majority of your people pay by electronic check or by email or by ACH and things like that. And I'm like, how much longer are we going to have cash? I like the feel of cash, But I guess, someday that may be gone too. Who knows? I hope not.
Yeah, I hope not as well, honestly.
I don't remember where it was. I stopped in a convenience store a while back and they said we don't take cash anymore, just card. I'm like, really? Is that even legal?
That's iffy. Yeah, I would say that's a little iffy. For sure.
A lot of the stadiums and stuff are starting to do that too.
Yeah.
So I just went to a concert a couple of weeks ago and they were no cash as well.
Oh, who'd you go
was
see?
all card.
Who'd you go
I went
see?
out to Kansas City to see Zach Bryan. So
really?
It was a good time.
So give us a review in the show.
It was pretty awesome.
It wasn't pitchy?
No.
It was a good show.
It was good.
Very cool.
It was a good time. I took my daughter out there. We rode the Amtrak out there, so that was definitely cool.
Oh, so you made a weekend out of it.
Yeah. So,
that's
well,
cool.
Nice.
It was during the week. We had to miss a couple days of school.
Oh,
but,
no.
You know.
Oh, no.
Sometimes
For something
it's
like
worth
that,
it.
sometimes you got to do that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, so she was actually mad about it, though.
Why was she mad about it?
Because she missed the first day of school. I was like, that's what I said. Why are you mad about
Man,
this?
when I was a kid, if dad or mom came in and said, "Hey, we're going to go here. You're going to miss a day or two of school," I'd be like, "Thank you, thank you, Jesus."
Yeah, that's what I thought. You know, I'm taking you. We're riding a train for the first time. I'm taking you to your first concert, and you're missing school.
Hey,
and I'm the bad mom. What?
That's a trifecta. All right, it's 40 minutes past the hour, 5 o'clock. Let's get another update of traffic and weather coming up. Still a little on the warm side outside, so take that into account. It is 40 minutes after.
News Radio KYRO traffic. There's a very heavy backup in towards St. Peter's along the westbound side of I-70 that begins near Mid-Rivers Mall Drive. That's very slow too and past Highway 79, and that opens up near T.R. Hughes Boulevard. And be prepared for a very heavy backup in toward Lake St. Louis on the westbound side of 64. That slows gradually prior to 364 and gets a lot heavier toward I-70. And 61 north after that is trouble-free in toward Highway 47 around toward Troy. That's the latest News Radio KYRO traffic. I'm Rick Dixon.
News Radio KYRO weather from the Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions Weather Center, online at MeyerListings.com. Clear sky in Troy. Getting down to 63 overnight tonight. Friday's high will be in the lower 80s, broken clouds likely. Temperatures in the mid-70s forecast on Saturday. Currently in Troy it's 91. In Warrenton it's 87 degrees. Perfect homes, commercial real estate or farm ground, Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions, online at MeyerListings.com. I'm Erica Walters.
Are you tired of the same old, boring Saturday night routine? Well, boy, do we have a deal for you. This Saturday night, we're bringing you the biggest, the baddest, and the hottest ticket in town, World League Wrestling. We've got body slams, we've got high-flying action, and we've got more chaos than you could shake a steel chair at. Get your tickets now, because once they're gone, they're G-O-N-E gone. Wait, there's more. This Saturday, get here early because the summer send-off tailgating party is taking place from 3 to 5 p.m. and is free. That's right, we said free. This Saturday night, the action starts at 7 p.m. at the Harley Race Wrestling Arena in Troy. Tickets and information are available at harleyrace.com. Don't you dare miss out.
When you've got a plumbing emergency in Pike, Lincoln, St. Charles, or Warren County, call Frank the Plumber. 25 years experience, licensed and insured, and emergency response available. Call 636-236-2190.
Hi, this is Frank the Plumber. For all your plumbing needs, give me a call.
Call Frank the Plumber.
636-236-2190.
Broadcasting live from the Palatial,
I like that.
Gateway Fiber Studios of KYRO Radio, News Radio 105.3, 1280. And it is a Thursday evening. Sarge is really excited because football's coming up. Oh,
yes.
What about pregame's only 17 minutes away.
That's right.
So you're going to be doing some pregaming tonight, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Where are you watching the game at?
Well, I'm not really sure yet. I've got to go over to the Race Wrestling Arena for a little bit this evening.
Yeah.
But when that ball gets kicked off, I'm going to be somewhere. I'm going to be somewhere to watch it. Maybe over at Mustang Sally's, maybe somewhere like that. I don't know yet. Just have to wait and see.
You think you're going to get in a scuffle?
No.
Mild-mannered, Sarge?
I'm a mild-mannered kind of guy.
Okay. All right. I was a little worried for a minute. But
unless we start losing.
Yeah. 43 minutes. What's the temperature right now? It's 88.
Oh, it's gone down.
88. Yeah, 5:43.
Okay.
And according to what Rick said, the roads are kind of screwed up right now, especially down in St. Charles County. That's another good reason to live in Lincoln County.
Mm-hmm.
Because our roads are just a little screwed up.
Just a little bit.
Nicole Hansen is with us, older lady extraordinaire for the city of Winfield. We're talking about things that are going on over here in the eastern half of the county. And, we were trying to get tidbits from you and breaking news of things that are going on in Winfield. Like we're getting a convention center or something.
Yeah, no, nothing too crazy.
Nothing too crazy.
No.
I know there has been some consternation lately. And, we talk about the good stuff. We'll talk about the bad stuff, too.
Okay.
I know that there's been some consternation lately because of budget issues with the city. Funding levels, reserves not being what they used to be, things like that. So I guess I'll just ask you the question directly. Pointedly, what is the problem? What can we do to make it better?
I can't really narrow down what the problem is because it's been ongoing for a long time. That's gotten us in this situation. I can tell you just from since I've been here, though, we've made quite a few changes to help our budget. We've gotten rid of unnecessary expenses. Unnecessary expenses is the big thing. I know it was presented to the board for the alder people to give their payback into the city, which has helped. We had money that was sitting in our accounts just sitting there. We now have those funds in accounts that are gaining interest instead of just sitting there not gaining interest. So all those little things we're trying to do to help bring the funds. We're building our reserve account back up, ultimately, is what we need to do. It's very, very low.
Right.
But we are definitely making improvements to get it up.
Okay, so I would assume the majority of the income for the city comes from sales tax from the businesses here in town.
Right.
Okay. Have you seen that, on the upswing or the downswing? I mean, obviously there's a heck of a lot more people that live here now than did, say, 10 years ago. So I guess the question, it may be just a rhetorical question, but I would assume that sales tax figures in the city are up.
But they're not up very much. You would think for what we have going on out here, it's a huge deal, and it's not. I don't want to give you a definite number because I didn't bring any papers.
No, I'm not
with
asking
me,
for that. I'm just,
but it's, between everybody sees new businesses, all much more money you're getting, and that's not the case.
Sure.
It's really, truly not. So.
And I guess the other thing people don't realize, like if you have a business that sells commodity items, they don't get sales tax off that. I mean, they get sales tax off retail sales. Food is actually a very small amount, a lot smaller than you would think it would be. So, I mean, until you start seeing those, like, for examples, like fast food restaurants, bigger box stores and things like that. And, of course, the downside of that is that hurts your smaller local businesses. So it's a double-edged sword. But, yeah. There's so much in the town, I guess, that you guys really don't pull any taxes from, like the schools and things like that. So it does make it difficult because you have to protect that infrastructure. But at the same time, you don't have any revenue coming from that.
Absolutely. So we're getting there. We're, like I said, we're trying to get new businesses in here. That's all we can do is make those little changes that we're making and try to make it better, So here we are.
What do you see as some of the bigger needs for the city in the future?
I don't know. I know that businesses are a big need, but at the same time, like we were talking about before and stuff, is we got to be careful of our businesses that we have now too. We don't want to hurt them.
Sure.
So we've got to. Everybody's free to open a business out here, but we got to be careful with what we're going out and looking for as well. Like I know fast food is a big thing. And I was actually talking to Dodd a little bit ago. McDonald's is a big thing that people are wanting. But if you think about it, McDonald's is going to hurt a lot of our local businesses. Because we have Market Grill that does breakfast. We have TNT and Dickies and all those that do, lunch and dinner. Common Grounds does coffee. Well, McDonald's does all those.
Right.
So that's going to be a big hit to them.
But I mean, do you really think it's going to hurt them all that much?
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I would assume, and I think it's a pretty safe bet, Winfield is going to continue to grow. And as you have more and more people, especially commuting through town, that's when you start to see stuff like that. And I know there's been rumblings in the past about, this store, that store, or food, fast food franchise looking, at Winfield.
So something that he was talking about to me, and he says this to me at least 4 or 5 times a week, right outside here. He wants an A&W and Long John Silver's combo store.
That's a good
right
decision.
here.
Of course, I will then weigh 400 pounds if that happens. But yeah,
that's a good choice, though.
So I go to southern Missouri a lot.
Mhm.
Okay, like Poplar Bluff, Sykeston, Fredericktown, places like that. Those combo A&W / Long John Silvers are popping up everywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm just in heaven. If I'm going down Highway 67 to PB, man, there's like 4 or 5 of them on the way. I can't stop at every one of them. I do my best.
Right.
But there's huddle houses.
That's something else we need in this area.
Waffle
is a
House.
huddle house.
Yeah.
What is a huddle house?
You never heard of a huddle?
So a huddle house is basically, it's kind of like a Waffle House, but only
You
better.
got 10 seconds
Much
to describe
better.
it. You got 10 seconds to describe a huddle house.
A huddle house is a glorified Waffle House.
Okay.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, I can represent. It's 50 minutes after the hour, 5 o'clock. Traffic time.
News Radio KYRO traffic. There's a very heavy backup in towards St. Peter's along the westbound side of I-70 that begins near Mid-Rivers Mall Drive. That's very slow to and past Highway 79, and that opens up near T.R. Hughes Boulevard. And be prepared for a very heavy backup in toward Lake St. Louis on the westbound side of 64. That slows gradually prior to 364 and gets a lot heavier toward I-70. And 61 north after that is trouble-free in toward Highway 47 around toward Troy. That's the latest News Radio KYRO traffic. I'm Rick Dixon.
News Radio KYRO weather from the Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions Weather Center, online at MeyerListings.com. Clear sky in Troy. Getting down to 63 overnight tonight. Friday's high will be in the lower 80s, broken clouds likely. Temperatures in the mid-70s forecast on Saturday. Currently in Troy it's 91. In Warrenton it's 87 degrees. Perfect homes, commercial real estate or farm ground, Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions, online at MeyerListings.com. I'm Erica Walters.
Are you tired of the same old, boring Saturday night routine? Well, boy, do we have a deal for you. This Saturday night, we're bringing you the biggest, the baddest, and the hottest ticket in town, World League Wrestling. We've got body slams, we've got high-flying action, and we've got more chaos than you could shake a steel chair at. Get your tickets now, because once they're gone, they're G-O-N-E gone. Wait, there's more. This Saturday, get here early because the summer send-off tailgating party is taking place from 3 to 5 p.m. and is free. That's right, we said free. This Saturday night, the action starts at 7 p.m. at the Harley Race Wrestling Arena in Troy. Tickets and information are available at harleyrace.com. Don't you dare miss out.
Are you ready to get in the game with the Kansas City Chiefs radio network? You can win a VIP game day experience including tickets, parking, and a visit to the Chiefs radio booth to watch Mitch Holthus in action. All thanks to Shelter Insurance. Participating Shelter agents can register you in the drawing. So visit shelterinsurance.com/getinthegame to find out how you can sign up.
Contact Shelter Agent Jeff Dunn in Wentzville or Chris Hansel in Overland for your chance to get in the game.
Well, welcome back to Newswatch Late Edition with Sarge and Burgundy. Burgundy has had to step out. He's got some stuff going on this evening, but still in studio with me, Alder Lady, Nicole Hansen, Ward 2, Board President. So with this event that you've got going on the 7th of December, the Christmas event, lighting of the tree from 3 till 7 p.m., and any other events that the city has going on that you're wanting businesses to be, involved with, how do they go by getting involved?
I mean, they can simply just call up to City Hall, talk to them if they want. They can email me or any of the board members. My email's boardpresident@winfieldmo.org. They can Facebook us. I mean, there's tons of ways that they can do it. We're going to be going out and talking to businesses as well, so it's pretty endless.
Okay. Awesome. So any other events coming up that you need to put out there for us?
Not really any other events right now. Like I said, our big ones light up. I do have some I know I told you guys about the tree. However, there's something else I want to let you guys know.
Okay.
It's going to be minimal what I let you know, though, because it's a work in progress. But I do have a local business that has decided to give away a car.
Wow.
At Light Up Winfield. So, like I said, it's in the works. So we don't know exactly, what the requirements are or what it's going to be. It might be like a nomination kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it ends up being, though, it's pretty cool, and we are blessed to have such awesome businesses in our communities and just our citizens in general.
For sure.
This event is going to be huge. Last year it was huge. It's just going to get better and better every year, and the car thing's pretty amazing.
Awesome.
I was pretty stoked when he called me. He's wanting to give it away, and I was like, absolutely. So,
and from what Burgundy was saying, we're probably going to be broadcasting that day from that event too.
I didn't know
that's
that,
going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's cool. So, yeah, we'll have, which works out too, because we'll have the choir down there. Normally, well, I haven't talked to them this year yet, but they did come last year. I think they've come every year.
And this choir is from
the school.
Okay.
Yep, from the high school. And then we actually had the intermediate school came out and sang too. So we involved the school. Everybody, it's really awesome because everybody gets involved in this event. It's so much fun and it's a good time.
Well, as things progress and things start really coming together and stuff, we're going to have you come back and give us all the updated details on it and everything.
Yep.
That's
and I constantly update the city page with it. We're constantly getting sponsors in every single day. And we want to make sure that we let the community know about that. That's cool. These businesses really do put out for this. So.
And then also tomorrow we're gonna put out some stuff that we found out earlier today about some events that are gonna come up. But earlier today, like as Burgundy was alluding to, we had a luncheon. The community partners of Eastern Lincoln County and several different business folks were there, and many representatives from around the state were there as well. So it's really exciting to see how people are starting to come together and doing things. And you know what? Honestly, to me, that's what we need more of.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's, and like they said at that meeting today, it's so easy for people to get online and be so negative about our community. And I feel like here, like even the past year, it's more so about get out there and let's do good. Let's volunteer. Like they were talking about the number of volunteers that we have in our community. We're doing a complete 180 on this, and it's nice and it's refreshing for a change to see the positive coming from every angle. So it's super cool.
Absolutely. And and I understand it's human nature to put something negative out there about different things and stuff like that. But you know what? If you're going to say something negative about something, you've got to also step up and try and make a difference in things too.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you believe that as well?
Oh, absolutely. It's if you have somebody come in, like I could come to you with a million complaints. Your simple question to me has to be, okay, so I got that, but how are you going to fix it? There's never an answer to that.
Sure.
So, it's easy to bash and bash and bash, but help me out.
Absolutely. 100%.
There's not the follow through on that. So
No, something that we were talking about earlier is restaurants and things like that coming to the area. Have you got any kind of inkling on that front of maybe new restaurants or anything along those lines coming to the area itself?
You mean like as far as the city, the community wanting it, or people coming to us for it?
Either way.
We haven't really. It's a lot of us reaching out because, to be honest, a lot of people don't know that there's possibilities in Winfield. So the city really has to reach out on behalf of that, because they're not just coming to us freely, but there's still a lot of drawback from the city. Like we were saying, we don't want to hurt what we have now.
Sure.
So we have to be real careful with, is it going to benefit just that business, or is it going to benefit the whole community? So there's a fine line right there sometimes. You got to be real careful.
So are you seeing a growth in the businesses that we already have here?
I can't speak individually for them. I think they're doing well. I mean, I talk to them quite a bit, and they're saying business is good and so forth. So, I mean, that's all you can ask for. is that it is going good, and get out there and support them.
Yeah, for sure. And if you're listening and you own a business and you're thinking about moving to an area or expanding your business, this is a great area to come to.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and it's just going to keep growing.
For sure.
It's coming regardless, so we're going to have to move with it. So we just got to be careful, how we maneuver it.
For sure. Well, we've got about a minute left in the program, and again, I want to thank you for stopping in and all of a sudden jumping on the radio with us.
Right?
It was a last minute type thing.
It was. I didn't expect all this, but we did good.
But anytime that you want to come on, you're always more than welcome to come on in and jump right in, and you're part of the fam now.
Yeah.
So,
well, thanks for having me.
Thank you very much.
It was fun.
Yeah, very much so. And of course, here in about 35 seconds or so, we're going to have pregame for the Kansas City Chiefs taking on, the Baltimore Ravens. That's going to happen in Kansas City. And kickoff, of course, is at 7:20-ish or so. So everything going to be right here on News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. And for Nicole Hansen, I'm Sarge. And thank you for listening, and we'll talk to you all tomorrow.
Live from the Gateway Fiber Studios, online at gatewayfiber.com. News Radio 105.3, 1280 KYRO Troy. It's 6 o'clock in the Heartland.